Hey everyone, this is Nitreg from Nitreg.com, and I want to talk to you guys about my coaching packages. Now, in my opinion, coaching is the fastest way to get good. There's, of course, you can watch videos. You can watch them for free on Nitreg.com. You can watch it on other paid sites. Some people have them on YouTube, etc., etc. You can do hand history reviews. You can discuss poker with your friends. But by far the fastest way to get good fast is by doing coaching. It's the fastest way just because someone who understands poker at a higher level is able to see your game, identify problems that you may not even realize are there, and they can instruct you on how to specifically tackle those issues and start exploiting your opponents. Poker is all about minimizing your losses and maximizing your wins, and the best way of doing this is by having someone thoroughly analyze your game and help you and coach you, plug your leaks, and exploit your villains. So what is my coaching? My coaching is specifically customized around you. It's based on personal strengths and weaknesses. I see other people offering coaching, and it's usually just some generic type of coaching where they watch you play and they just give their best advice here and there, and it's not really geared around anything in particular. My coaching is very special, as in it's very unique to you, and it focuses on your specific strengths and weaknesses, and it focuses on sharpening your game to maximize wins and minimize losses. Coaching is by far a great value. So for example, let's say you're at 10-0 and you're wanting to jump up to 25-0. Well, 25-0 is a big jump because it's 2.5 times bigger than the current level that you're actually playing at right now. So if you make a couple mistakes trying to transition, that could cost you $50 or more. It gets pretty expensive fast. So if you do something like coaching, it's really good because it'll help you transition into the higher levels and be more confident with your game. And on top of that, you'll become a better player and be able to crush the next limits and progress it to an even higher level. So for example, you could just invest 2 buy-ins at 25-0, and you'd be able to get coaching, and you'd be able to avoid that huge, annoying step where you lose all these buy-ins going up to a new level just by getting coaching, and you'll get that confidence, you'll get the comfort, you'll get the instruction, you can move up to a new level. So coaching really is a great value, and it seems expensive, and it is the most expensive option for getting good fast, but it is the best way of getting good fast, and it's really not that expensive considering how much money you're probably going to lose anyway, just trying to figure out new levels and new ways to play poker. So what I do with you guys is, for every person that signs up for me, every new student gets a free 30 minutes for their first session. So a first session is usually about an hour long, but then I add on the 30 minutes, so it's an hour and a half long, and then every other session after that is just an hour long, so it goes in hour-long increments. So the first session is an hour and a half long. Now, why is it that long? Well, first of all, I want to get to know you better as a poker player. I want to be able to check out your stats. I want to be able to check out, maybe a few hand histories, maybe ask you a few questions about how you think about the game, what your strategy is towards the game, essentially who you are as a poker player. I think that's very important, and a lot of coaches don't do that, and I think it's kind of impossible to just start watching you play without identifying who you are as a poker player. On top of that, I want to understand your life situation. This is something that I virtually don't see any coaches doing this. This is very important because poker is a game in of itself, but on top of that, we come to the table with so much extra stuff that we bring to the game, and also we have so much stuff that we expect out of the game. So I think it's very important. Like, for example, if you're working a minimum wage job and you're trying to figure out how to schedule your time right and become really good really fast and ultimately work up to a spot where you can play poker professionally, then your goals might be slightly different than someone who's, say, retired and just looking to play a game for fun, but just wants to win. So it's very different goals for different people, and everyone's very different from each other. So my coaching is highly customized around who you are and what you're trying to accomplish. So I work with you on not only your strategy and your game and your approach, but also how to use all that towards applying that towards your poker goals. I think that's very important, and no other coaches really do that. I already talked about the free 30 minutes that you get. That's a very good bonus for you guys. Take advantage of that. That's a huge value. On top of that, you guys can chat with me anytime on Skype, and I'll answer any questions you have, any poker hand histories you have. It's a very good resource, and as of now, people haven't really been abusing it and sending me like 10 hand histories a day or all these bad beat stories. So I continue to do this for all my students. So as long as you guys don't do that, start sending me a million hand histories and bad beats and stuff that are just really standard, bad beats, then I'll continue giving you guys free Skype time. If you have any questions like oh, I'm moving up, but it seems like people are 3-betting me all the time, what should I do, just kind of stuff like that. I'll help you out, and I'll talk with you, and sometimes I get carried away and I'll chat with students for hours. So I think that's a great free bonus for you guys, and that's any student that has ever had a coaching session with me gets that. On top of that, I have really cheap coaching rates. The industry standard for coaching is pretty high. Like, a lot of people charge several $100s just for 1 hour of coaching. For me, my rates are geared towards the type of players that I coach. I coach micro stakes, primarily micro stakes players, and people who play small stakes live poker. I want you guys to be able to afford coaching. I think that being a good poker player shouldn't cost an arm and a leg. So my coaching rates are $60 an hour or $275 for 5 hours, and these are very cheap rates relative to everyone else. Now, again, let me stress this. It might seem kind of high, and it really is, given that it's the most expensive option for learning how to play poker, but it is the fastest way to learn how to play poker. And if you consider the amount of buy-ins that you're risking every single time you sit down at a poker table, it's really not that big of a stretch of imagination to imagine losing $60 in one session, or 2 sessions or whatever. So if you want to soften that learning curve and get as good as you can, as fast as you can, I'm pretty confident that your coaching sessions are going to pay off sooner rather than later. I've had several sessions with students where they made $60 or $70 in a session. Just the 1 hour session that I'm sitting there, they make $60 or $70. So it's pretty insane that you could actually get paid to get coaching. It's not the standard. You don't always win $60 or $70 in a session with me, but it can happen. Like, it's a great deal. I also want to include a special deal for Grinder School people. I'm a coach over at Grinder School, and I feel that they're probably the best premium video service out there in terms of learning how to play micro stakes games. It only costs $20 to be at Grinder School if you aren't a Grinder School member already. So go ahead and down below there's a sign up link. Go ahead and sign up. If you sign up at Grinder School and PM me that you want coaching, I will give you a discount. So you get $50 an hour coaching and $230 for 5 hours. Now that's a huge savings. So why am I giving you the savings? Well, the reason I'm giving you the savings is because I want you to have a diverse way of getting better. I don't think people can get better by just coaching or just videos or just hand histories or just talking about poker. You need to be constantly be immersed into all these different areas of learning. Now, I know it's expensive, especially when you're at the micro stakes, and I want to help you guys out. So I'm going to give you guys this cheap discount so you can afford your membership at grinderschool.com. Now, coaching is expensive, and you can't do it every single day. So what I want you guys to do is to do coaching at fairly regular intervals, maybe like once a week or once every other week. But then I want you guys to also fill in your time by doing hand history reviews of your sessions, and I want you guys to be watching videos by multiple instructors on how to play optimally for all sorts of cash games. I really want you guys to get better, and I want you guys to not spend an arm and a leg doing it. So to go ahead and get started, check down the links down below. I have all the PayPal links. You can use your credit card or debit card on PayPal if you don't have a PayPal account. And if you have a Grinder School account or want to get a Grinder School account, the link is also down below, and you guys get that special extra savings. Alright guys, well thanks a lot, and look forward to coaching you guys.